Wow, so today's been so crazy. It's been an amazing day in the fact that it's been just so overwhelming. It's just been an overwhelming day. Last night I had some trouble with my car. I couldn't get to start. Kind of knew this was going to happen. I knew there was something wrong with it underlying. Turned out to be the starter. I kind of swept it under the rug for a little while just because I wanted to use it and I didn't want to be incapacitated because I hate not having the freedom. But now I don't have the freedom of having my car because I did that. Whereas I could have fixed it a lot sooner, I didn't. And now I don't have a car right now, so I have to wait. And the part that I have to get on it's going to cost a lot of money. So right now I'm actually walking on the street. But some good came out of this incident because it kind of made me take a step back and say, okay, we need to reassess things and see where we're at. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm kind of live my life right now almost to the T, meaning I don't have enough funds to meet catastrophe. So when a catastrophe strikes, I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? And usually what I do is I just adapt. And adaptation can be a good thing, but in this case it's not. Because if you adapt to lifestyle without a car, which I do not want to do ever, especially with my car now. I like my car. It's got a sunroof. It's kind of what I asked for a little. It met a lot of the requirements as far as what I asked for in a car. The one main thing being the sunroof, which I'm really excited about. So right now I'm walking to take a look at my car in hopes that maybe it'll start. I don't think it will, but at least I'll get some exercise in, which I don't mind doing, especially right now because the weather is so fantastical. I love it. But anyways, the reason why I wanted to make this vlog is because today was a day of resetting. It was a reset day. For me, it was a day of, okay, you need to get really clear on what it is that you want. None of this, I want this in 3 or 4 months, or I want things very generically. Today was a day to really get down to business and get very detailed in what it is that I want for myself and what I want for the next few months and over the long term as well. So all I did today was basically took out a piece of paper, actually several pieces of paper, and I just basically got really detailed with my goals and aspirations. And I put real detailistic stuff because one of the things about the universe and God, how it works is that you need to be specific. All right, now that doesn't mean that you need to get down to the T with, it needs to be this type. If we're talking about a car, it needs to be this model and it needs to be like this or that. But more or less just to give it direction so it knows where to go. It knows what direction you're headed in and what you want to do. So that's what I did today. I spent all day basically putting myself in that realm and getting really specific on what it is that I want to do. So I did that today, and I just wanted to tell you that because it's so important when you are in the midst of stuff. Like we all know about this, writing things down and getting what you want by asking for it, the law of attraction, all that stuff. And what I'm talking about is somewhat sort of that, but a lot of it just has to do with writing your goals down and getting specific so that the universe can support you in your goals as well. So I'm telling you this information based on the premise that that writing your goals down is very, very crucial, and writing down what you want is very crucial. And that's the basic assumption, that that much, that writing your goals down is crucial. But the big thing about all of this, not just with goals, because goals, has to do with a lot of misconceptions, money, success, all these things. That's all different to everybody. Success is different to every single person. Happiness is different for every single person. Money is different for every single person. So I'm just talking about goals and wants in general. So for me, it's crucial that I have these awakenings, kind of like today, where I'm like, oh my God, everything is going wrong. I mean, you should have heard me this morning, dude. I had some clips that I was just like outraged. I was like, how the fuck could this happen? This is outrageous. This is not what I signed up for. Oh, I hate the universe, you know, I curse the universe. And, you know, we all get to that point. We all get into those spaces. And it's really important to uplift yourself out of that and use that as a supportive mechanism to your own growth and evolution. And that's what I did today. I took it as a breather. I said, oh, use this as a day of resolution. Use this as a day of synchronicity, not just synchronicity, but I guess clarity would be a bit better word. And that's what it is. So I spent literally 3 or 4 hours at my kitchen table in the heat of my living room and kitchen, because I don't have money to put the air on right now in the summer. So I didn't have any air. I was literally sweating my ass off in and that's compounded on last night trying to get my car started at Walmart, which was not fun. Not fun. I thought that was a dead body. I thought that tarp on the road was a dead body. It's not. It's not. We're cool. So, so back to clarity. Really important. And the reason why I say this, the reason really why I'm making this video, and I want to make it supportive to people, is that it's fine and good to write your goals down and write your wants down and all that stuff, but there's so many deviations in the path to that you'll get caught off guard, and you're gonna get numb, and things are gonna happen that are gonna throw you off, and you're gonna forget what you were doing it for in the first place, which is why kind of these wake-up calls happen. You know, for me, it's like, this happened, I saw it, I could have curtailed it, I knew it could happen. My own intuition was saying, hey, take care of this, you know, do this or make that decision, and I just chose not to. And of course, this happened. And it's this with other things too as well. You know, money in general, money is something that I don't want to say I struggle with money, because I don't want to build up that belief. But money is just something that I don't really put a lot of focus on, which tends to bite me in the butt a lot. The reason why I don't put my focus on money is because I'm not a money-driven being. I'm motivated by living. I'm motivated by being out of the box, by being a free expression of my highest divinity. That's what I am motivated by. Now, what I want to do is compound that with making money. I want to get paid to do that. So that's my goal, and that's really what I came down to today. It's just that mental clarity. Like, what are you doing this for? And that's where that clarity came for me today. So I wanted to really share that with you, because it's so easy to get into those realms where you're just like, you go with the flow, and it's just like you forget what you were doing all this for. You forget your goals and your original intentions and stuff like that. So hope this is helpful, and I hope it supports you. Another thing I wanted to tell you is that I'm really going to start focusing on my YouTube channel, getting subscribers, getting viewers, because I want this information to get out there. People might look at me and be like, oh my God, what's going on with him? What's he doing? Is he crazy? You know, saying all these things or whatever. And really not knowing my intentions here. My intentions are to get this information out to people, to tell people that. I wouldn't be taking these risks and doing these things out in public if I wasn't doing it for a purpose, a reason. And the reason is that I really want to display what I perceive as important, useful information that can help other people and support other people. And if not that, my experience alone, I believe, can. So I want to get that in the hands of the right people at the right time. So that's what I'm doing this for. And I wanted to tell you, I am going for a goal of having 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel by the end of August 31st. So please help me with that goal by telling more people about this, telling more people about what I do. And if you're curious yourself, just tell them to watch a couple of videos. Maybe they'll pick up the vibe. But I really would invite you to do that. I would thank you to do that. And 1,000 subscribers by the end of August 31st. Some people say it's not possible. Some people say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Oh, the most important part of this, I forgot to tell you. So the reason why I was telling you all that, about the whole clarity and all that stuff, because large chunks of the day today were spent going, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like financially, I need to get this taken care of. Like I've had some stuff that's up for sale on eBay and Craigslist that hasn't gone through right, hasn't sold, and I relisted it, and it's like things are just stagnant, right? So I did all this today. I got really clear, and I drummed myself up, and I said, you know, I'm gonna do this. And I made detailistic goals for each department of my goal department. And then I made action steps, which are very important. Very important. And I said, these are the action steps I'm gonna focus on. So I'm telling you that because I stepped out of my house for like the 3rd time today. And that was just about 30 minutes ago. So I could go walk up to my car. And some guy who lives in my neighborhood came up to me, and I'm not even kidding you when I say this. Like, not even kidding you when I say this. We're talking about money. I've been talking about money all day. Why things are not selling for me. I walked out of my house 50 steps, and this guy came up and said, Tony, I want to buy that slicer you have, and I want to offer you $250. And I'm like, what? Like, I was taken back. I was just shocked that happened. And I was grateful too, but I was kind of like, oh my God, what the fuck? That is so insane. That is really insane. But I really wanted to tell you that. Just so you know, it's like the universe is this trippy place. God is so elusive and so fluid and so non-graspable. But one of the reasons why it threw me off is, one, I didn't even know that he knew that I had that selling. Like, he must have saw it in my house, which is kind of creepy. But no, what happened is he was fixing my shower a long time ago, like a year ago, when I had a leak in my shower. And he must have, well, I guess it couldn't have been a year ago. It was like 4 or 5 months ago, because I had the slicer there. But that's when he must have saw the slicer. And then he said he wanted to buy it. He didn't even know it was for sale. He wanted to offer me money for the slicer, which I happen to have on Craigslist. So it's just a really trippy situation. And I was like, yeah, man, definitely. It would have been funny if I was like, no, I'm gonna wait and see if I can get more. So the reason why that's so important is because I got very clear on what it is that I wanted. I even got clear to the amount, and I was like, listen, this is what I want. This is what I need to do what I want to do. And then, like, abruptly, that happens. It was just like totally off guard, off key, off everything. I didn't even know how to respond, dude. I was just like, what? No, what? I'm aggravated, and I'm stewing, and I'm depressed about my situation. What? You want to give me money? What? Really, really, really weird. I never got a chance yesterday to close my vlog out, and I wanted to talk about a few things. One is my goal of 1,000 subscribers by August 31st. Now, that seems pretty outrageous because at that rate, I have 6 subscribers right now. Yay me! That's 6 subscribers. That is 6 people that have subscribed to me. And I want 1,000 by August 31st. And I don't know the exact calculations, but that is a lot in one day in order to get. Now, I'm not going to say that nothing is impossible. I mean, nothing is impossible, and I truly believe that. I truly believe that If you think it, really you can do it. It's just a matter of the how-to, which is not something you take care of. So it's not something really you have to worry about. With that said, I'm also, I don't want to say realist, because then that makes me too bland, and it's not exciting, and it's not true, because we live in this metaphysical universe, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. I mean, yesterday's miracles are today's norms, as simple as that. I mean, there's radio waves that travel through the air. If you had said that 100 years ago, you would have been locked up. In fact, I think the guy who did discover radio waves was locked up in a mental institution, I think, because he said that he could decipher waves and actually grab waves out of thin air to decipher them and then put them through a box. And I'm pretty sure his family had him locked up for that for a little while. But that just goes to show you that yesterday's miracles are today's norms, which is so important with anything. It's like, soon as we reach that bar, that pinnacle, it becomes a norm. And that's a kind of a tragedy too, because we don't see the blessings in things anymore. And when there's so many miracles that happen every single day, everything is a miracle to me. I mean, really, when I look at it, everything is a miracle. I mean, we're human beings that talk. We are suspended to the ground by an invisible force. It's just a very miraculous place that we live in, the universe. So I don't put nothing. I will never cancel anything out. I will never make anything impossible. But I also want to make things realistic in the way of, is it doable? So if a goal is doable, that's very important. But just bear in mind that the universe is always there. The universe is a very, very spooky place, and it's always giving you little boost of encouragement, I guess you could say. And that's very important. So I don't know if I want to go with 1,000. I know that's what I want, 1,000 by August 31st. I just know that that is a lot. And I know I could do it. I think I could really do it if I put my mind to it. But, I don't know. I gotta make a decision very quick.